kid, you know? Like,
judges look for in a ferret, they're looking for good muscle, good muscle coverage, all the way down around the neck, the shoulders, back on the hips. With the barrel, you want them nice and round, and when you bring your hand down from their barrel all the way down to their hips, you want the same width there. With the head, you're looking for good depth in the head, good width between the ears there, and about the same distance between the ears and the eyes and the nose. Make sure the ears are clean. If you want to check teeth, make sure the teeth are clean, nails nicely trimmed. That's what you're basically looking for.
but they always grab them and lift their tail and look up their ass anyway.
He, like, grab him, look at him, he's like, oh.
He's like,
it's more, for me, it's more like the parental thing. You're proud that your kid got an A in school. You're proud that your ferret got a 6th place ribbon. To even place in a large show like the Buckeye Bash is doing very well, because there are so many ferrets that show, since it's the largest show in the country. But it's a pride thing. It's a pride of, here's my ferret and see what he did. And it's a pride for me too, because in order for a ferret to place well, I've got to do my work.
Nice coloring, really nice coloring. Look how black. I mean, that's gorgeous. That's a handsome boy. Look at the tail.
Thank you. Very soft. You can't read that. Something called very black nose, great solid black sable. All right. 77.4. That's decent. Good job, buddy. Good job. It is an emotional charge, and it is an ego boost. And for some of the ferrets, to know where they were and what they have accomplished is also, in a way, what you have accomplished. Come on, little cheeky, kick their butts. Here's another one with the yellow spring, all the way from the tail off. Howdy time of year. It's taking me a lot of time to realize what's a show ferret. Originally, I was more concerned with markings, to have the perfect markings, and sometimes I'd see a pet store ferret that would have a perfect mask or just the right color, and it didn't do well in a show. And I've had to learn by talking to the judges, and just with experience learning there's a lot more that goes in. It's not a beauty contest.
Wait, you just sniff it?
huh?
Did he just sniff it?
Who the fuck knows when they're doing these things?
They're going to get first place every single show they go to, and obviously there can only be one first place. There will be 5 people who are utterly certain, and that's bound to cause some problems, because some people just do not take the disappointment very well. I think some of the rules are...
I feel like she'd be one of those people.
Yeah.
It makes it difficult to be new at it. They're kind of set by people who've been doing it a long time, and if you come into it new and you're not familiar, it's a very steep learning curve. judge, you're not going to please everybody every time. Sometimes disagreements can get a little heated. Some people think the judges don't know what they're doing. That's a little rough, and I've been the recipient of that on several occasions.
And I have actually had it out with a couple of judges, which was very unprofessional, and I apologized profusely afterwards because I knew even while I was doing it, I shouldn't have been doing it, but I couldn't stop.
If a ferret nips a judge or bites a judge, they can disqualify that ferret from that ring. And, which, you know, you can't blame them.
All right, Tiny has a penchant for biting wrists, so don't let her at your wrist. She's been very good today. She's been good.
Oh, please bite the wrist right now.
This is the A. Liver at the end.
It'd be hilarious if he just bites the wrist like right when he gives it to him.
Thing that they like to bite. And
Probably
Tiny
will.
does for wrists and fingers.
Oh my
I have
God.
had others that were really into faces. I have one, my daughter's ferret actually likes faces.
Maybe she's
I think
ugly.
some of that is being playful, because when a ferret wants to play with the other ferret, it will pounce on it. And they want to play with you, and your nose just happens to be the thing that's sticking out farthest, so they grab your nose.
Anybody should know not to put somebody else's pet up to their face. And I had her within range, so I paid the price. I just can't believe how much blood comes out of one nose. She's not a bad girl. I mean, she's
Bite your neck. Bite your neck.
she doesn't realize what she did.
That was that last time the kid around cop.
It wasn't being aggressive.
Arnold had a
We're trying to decide if I need
pet
to get a
ferret.
stitch or two, but I think being on the tip of the
Nice
nose will be
nose.
my
Yeah, her nose is weird enough as it is.
She was a very good girl. Good girl. Very good girl.
Nice tie-dye shirt. Way to draw attention to yourself.
I need all of the altar halves back to the judging table for ribboning. We want these numbers to come back to the judging area for ribboning. 200.
When they have callbacks, that means you get a ribbon. 1 through 10, you don't know yet. And that is very exciting.
For ribboning. 600, 601, 603, 605, 606, 607, 610, 611, 613, 615, 617, 619.
As they start reading off the ribbons is where you really get the adrenaline going, because we start at 10th place.
317.
Ninth place, 429. And the longer it goes, it's like, oh.
She's definitely had a lot of boys.
7th place, 403. 6th place, 311. Yes.
6th, you suck.
The ferrets don't care. The ferrets could care less. And I try to look at it like the ferret would. And then if I do get called up, then I look at it as a human would. And I enjoy it. 409 and 308 up, please. Oh my God. And in 2nd place, we have 409.
Mainly for me, it's like, yeah, this is mine, you know. I bred this boy, and, you know, he's in the first place, and this is great, you know. See, I can breed these ferrets. I guess to show other people, too, that, you know, my breeding is just as good as yours. You know, I could breed good ferrets, too.
obviously, everybody wants to have the first place ferret. Everybody wants to win the race.
God,
Everybody wants to
ferrets.
have the fastest car.
Just a little more competitive than I am. I'm not going to lie, it is nice to get, especially if the top three, you can get in the top three, that's makes it a lot of fun.
Of course, to win the category is, you know, that's the biggest rush of all.
I call it trophy high when I win. So it's just you're flying, just flying high. I mean, there's nothing that can touch it as far as I'm concerned.
Winning the best in show, that's the ultimate.
$623, $625, $626, $600, $601, $603, $605, $606. For riveting. Thank you.
505.
Chicken fry. Fried rice and wonton.